This time we'll reconvene the Bedford City Council. I make the announcement that we will be accepting nominations from the floor for the President of the City Council for 2012. Councillor Rouse?
President, it's my honor and privilege to nominate one of my colleagues, a young colleague from Ward 2, Steve Martins, for President of the Bedford City Council for 2012.
Is there a second?
I'd like to second that motion.
I would entertain a motion to close nominations.
Motion to close nomination.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted.
Mr. President,
Councillor Martins.
thank you. Where do I begin? With Steve Martins. At the beginning, and then end up at the end. I stand here humbled and honored to speak in support of my friend, who has become a very close friend over the last few years on the New Bedford City Council. We can talk about accolades as far as things that Steve's done here on the council, as far as Aerovox is concerned, and fighting for the Lincoln School and for chairing ordinance, one of the younger chairpersons of the ordinance committee for the last 2 years. He has done that admirably. But I guess what I want to talk about is Steve, the person, and the Steve that I've come to know over these few years. And the thing I want to say most of all, that if we have any two people to thank for Steve and for his upbringing and for instilling caring for your fellow man and caring for your neighbor, we owe that gratitude to his mother and father. And for that, I would like to thank you. When Steve first joined us on the New Bedford City Council, he was already seasoned. He already knew what he wanted to do. He already knew how he wanted to approach it. He knew that he was charged with representing the citizens of Ward 2 with utmost vigor and vim, and he has done that continuously. He has taken a lot of jibes from us over the years, but friendly jibes, but he has never lost sight of the reason why he's here, and that is to represent the good people of the city of New Bedford. Tonight, the honor that we will bestow upon him, and I know that he realizes that it is an honor, that he will be the second youngest individual to serve as the council president of the city of New Bedford. And we do so not like we have evaluated and we have come to the conclusion that there is one man that can lead us through 2011, one person that can lead us through 2011.
2012.
2012, wow, okay. 2012, 2011. I'm sorry, you can see that's why I don't write checks anymore. Steve Martins is that individual. And I look forward to serving with him, and I look forward to working with him, and I look forward to something that Steve has done over his term. He has never been afraid to ask a colleague, what do you think? And takes that into careful consideration. And he has never been shy of calling you up and asking you, where do you see the city going? How are we going to make the city a better place? And that is why I stand here, and my daughter said to say hi tonight. My daughter is the biggest Steve Martin fan going. Why, I don't know. I mean, the bumper sticker is hanging in the room and everything. You think Dad's bumper sticker would be there, but it isn't. But it's Steve Martin's bumper sticker. And that is why I humbly and am glad that tonight we will be voting the future of New Bedford. He'll be here for a long, long time, probably long after most of us are gone from City Council. Mr. Stephen Martins.
The last thing we do is roll call vote on the election of the City Council President for 2012.
Councillor Rouse?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Bousquet?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Coelho? Yes. Yes, Councillor Duarte?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Gomes?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Gonzalez? Yes. Yes, Councillor Lawrence?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Lopes?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Martins?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Oliveira?
Yes.
Yes, Councillor Saunders?
Yes.
Yes, 11-0.
Passes 11-0. Will Councilors
Good evening. I want to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues for their support and unanimously voting for me as their City Council President and their confidence in me. Thank you, Councillor Dennis Lawrence, for those kind words and strong support. I appreciate you taking the time and addressing the Council on the vote tonight. I also want to thank Councillor Gomes for his leadership, vision, and determination that he has given us this past year as our Council President. Before I say a few words tonight, there are a few people in the Council chambers that I would like to acknowledge that are important to me. First, my mother and father. My parents are like the glue that holds me together day in and day out. They have taught me the importance of family, respect, and values. They have made many sacrifices for both my brother and me so that we can have the opportunities that they couldn't have at our age. They were both born in Portugal. They came to New Bedford at a young age. My mother was 15, my dad was 9. With a combine of 15 brothers and sisters. They met here in our great city. They worked in our mills. They got married and raised a family in our city. They are a perfect example of what we talk about in the City Council, attracting people to our city, staying in our city, getting their education here, investing and working here, and raising their families right here in the city of New Bedford. There are many stories out there like my mom and dad, and I can't thank them enough for all the sacrifices that they have made for us and continue to make for me even today. Juggling commitments as a public servant has made me miss important family events, and my family always understood my passion for the city and my commitment for a better New Bedford. Thank you to my parents for pushing me each time to the finish line and being a strong influence in my life. I also want to thank my little brother Jonathan for being here, who attends medical school in Florida and came home for the holidays. Jonathan is more than my brother. He's my best friend. He is a man of integrity, honor, and loyalty. Even when he's thousands of miles away, he still continues to be an important part of my life. While he's all grown up now, he will always be my little brother. Thank you for all you have done for me. I'm incredibly thankful that you extended your visit to be here tonight with your big brother. Thank you, Jonathan. To all my family and friends in this room tonight, a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. To my family, thank you for your love, support, and of course your patience throughout these last 4 years. I especially want to acknowledge my cousin Sandy, who's here from Florida. Thank you for making this special trip, for being with our family, and being here tonight in my honor. Thank you. My friends who are here tonight, they are like my second family. They have been a part of my life for many years now, some since elementary school, and I'm grateful to have such an amazing support system in my life. This strong bond of friendship was proven when I first announced my bid at the age of 23 to the City Council. And each and every one of you here tonight helped me every step of the way and continue to do so through my re-elections on the City Council. Thank you for being the greatest friends anyone can ever ask for and being a special part of my life. To our dedicated staff, thank you for all you do in the office and assist us in serving the citizens of our city who count on us each day for assistance. I also want to formally welcome our two new colleagues, Councillor Jim Oliveira and Councillor Henry Bousquet. You both worked hard throughout the campaign and were part of an exciting election year as we elected a new mayor. I know that the both of you will bring the passion and commitment you displayed on the campaign trail to work here on the New Bedford City Council. To Mayor Lang, thank you for your commitment and service to our city. And to Mayor Mitchell, this body looks forward to serving and working with you these next 2 years. When I first took office 4 years ago, our country, state, and city faced an uphill battle due to the economic crisis. In New Bedford, unemployment was rising, foreclosures were looming, businesses were suffering, and the city was faced with many difficult decisions to deep budget cuts. But we worked closely with the last administration, and at times challenged those decisions. But because of our hard work and long nights of debate, New Bedford stands as one of the strongest cities in our state. Our city's troubles financial situation hasn't disappeared, and I strongly believe that we will be making some more difficult decisions within this term. But we cannot ignore these problems one day longer. Given the challenges we face, we need to look for better and smarter ways to meet our responsibilities. And so, over the coming weeks, I'll begin to work on 3 new initiatives as your council president. First, just as we work to keep our city vibrant and strong, we must work to keep our government relevant. Our charter hasn't been updated for about 5 decades, and we must work to make sure our government is on the right course for New Bedford's future. Changing the structure of our government deserves our full attention so that we can take a serious look at every detail and engage community participation. Government works best when it takes time to listen. I'll be creating a special committee and announcing within the next couple of weeks who will be heading this special committee on charter reform. While I understand this is a lengthy process, I want to make it clear that this process starts now. And I know that all of you will work together with the citizens of our city to do what's best for New Bedford, to bring our government into the 21st century while preserving our traditional values of this council. Secondly, as you heard in Mayor Mitchell's speech tonight, many of us have long complained about the irresponsible actions of landlords who ignore the issues caused by their tenants or even victimize their neighbors. Some stand as their properties decay. Some tenants have threatened if they complain about their unsuitable living conditions. We need to find ways to prevent the same nuisance locations from occupying valuable police time. We need new solutions to confront this problem of vacant and abandoned buildings in our city. I have worked closely with Ward 6 City Councillor Joseph Loebs on some new initiatives that could help tackle these very issues that the city is facing. My conversations with the new administration has given me the confidence that this will be the year that these problems are seriously addressed. The City Council has supported and passed ordinances in these last couple of years that has put the wheels in motion for addressing such issues as keeping our neighborhoods clean and holding landlords accountable. Therefore, in my conversations last month with Mayor-elect Mitchell and City Solicitor Markey, I have asked him to create a properties task force to uncover new ways to identify absentee landlords, utilizing all available laws to hold landlords and tenants accountable, and to work with the City Council to create new ordinances that will bring the quality of life back to our neighborhoods. People deserve to live in areas where their safety and quality of life is not compromised by the activities of other residents, and at times, some businesses. This task force initiative is a smart solution for targeting problem areas and demanding accountability in New Bedford neighborhoods. Lastly, in shaping the future of our city, our children and their schools must come first. This City Council has worked hard to attract and retain the best and the brightest, and we must work even harder to ensure that every child raised in New Bedford has the best education possible. We must support and work with our Mayor, Superintendent Francis, and school committee to ensure that every child gets a high school diploma. Our dropout rate is unacceptable, and we can no longer, as a City Council, sit back and watch. For our teachers to succeed, they must have the involvement of the parents. If we want to give our children the education they deserve, parents must be involved. They must get off the sidelines and work in partnership with educators. I have always said that the most important door to every child's education is the front door of their very own home. To all my colleagues on the council, the time is now to be an active part of this conversation. There are many success stories in our schools, but we also have to recognize that many challenges our school system faces, and the distance we must go before we can declare that New Bedford public schools are where they should be. The time is now to play an active role in our school system. Every child that has one chance of a good education, and we should be a part of giving each and every one of them the very best that we can provide. In addition to those 3 important initiatives, we must always strive and raise the level of our government's efficiency. As an example, I have conversations with the MIS department to have Wi-Fi installed in our City Council chambers within the next couple of weeks. There have been several times that this council has received last-minute emails or documents that we couldn't access during a session. Access to this information potentially could make a difference on the outcome of a particular vote. Our local government should not be left out of the technology advances of the 21st century, and I hope that this will be a step forward in a positive direction. Again, I want to thank all of you for your support and confidence in me. I look forward to serving the citizens of our great city as your council president, and to working with each and every one of you to make New Bedford the best city in America. Thank you. Now let's get to work. Thank you.
11, Council President Combs submitting to the full City Council the appointment of Attorney David J. Guratowski.
Motion passes 11-0. I ask our city clerk to please swear in
Council 740.
the following schools: DeVal's Elementary School, Campbell Elementary, Hathaway Elementary, Winslow Elementary, and Parker Elementary. Window project. This vote by the City Council does not bind the city financially,